I have access to heaven and the spirit world. Since then, I have had many communications from people now living in heaven, including my children, Tylee Ashlyn and Joshua Jackson. Because of these communications, I know for a fact that my children are happy and busy in the spirit world. Because of my communications with my friend Tammy Daybell, I know that she is also very happy and extremely busy.
Cult mom Lori Vallow Daybell will soon face conspiracy to commit murder charges in the Grand Canyon state. Wednesday, an extradition warrant was signed by Idaho's governor, where she's housed now, to allow Arizona officials to temporarily take custody of her on charges of conspiring to kill her fourth husband, Charles Vallow. Now, in 2019, Charles Vallow was shot and killed by Lori's brother and also her protector, Alex Cox. He's dead now. But at the time, Cox and Lori both told police that the shooting was done in self-defense. Alex Cox never charged. Here's what Lori said to police after Charles was killed.
He was just so angry, like super scary.
Did you?
You know how you take your phone away from like a 16-year-old and you freak out? Like their world disintegrates. Like I've taken my phone away from a 16-year-old boy before, and he's like wanted to kill himself because like they kidnapped him. That's how it was. It was like it's something on his phone that he does not want me to see. That he was like freaking out, like. To the point where I thought he would hit me in the back of the head to get the phone.
Okay. So you thought, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you thought it was possible that he was going to hurt you.
Absolutely, he was going to hurt me and Tylee.
All right, our question is, could she possibly face the death penalty in Arizona? Let me bring in my legal eagles to talk about it. I have with me trial attorney and former criminal defense attorney Erica Wilson, former criminal defense attorney Kirk Nurmi, has done capital cases in Arizona, perhaps the most famous one involving Jodi Arias, saved her life, and law enforcement expert Sunny Slaughter is with us on the program as well. Wonderful to have you all here. Okay, Kirk, I've got to start with you. Licensed to practice there. Take us to school. The charge as it stands now, conspiracy to commit murder. Could the death penalty attach there, or does more need to be done, my friend?
Well, the death penalty cannot attach as she's currently charged. Conspiracy does not allow for the death penalty in Arizona. It only allows for a life term. So unless she was somehow be able to tie directly to the murder, which I don't think is possible given the facts, given her brother's involvement and what exactly happened, no, she is not death penalty eligible.
Appreciate it, Kirk. Now, let me take it a step further with you. I'm so curious about this. Let's say, because we know this charge is just the grand jury indictment. Let's say once she is physically present in your state and prosecutors say, let's amend this charge to be murder, a murder charge added to the conspiracy to commit murder charge. So she's got two charges now. If there's a murder charge then she's facing, could they then file the notice of intent to seek the death penalty?
If they were able to charge first-degree murder, then they would be able to, then it would be a death penalty eligible offense in Arizona, but that's the only one. And like I say, Julie, factually, I don't think that's going to be able to happen because what we know the interaction between her husband and her brother. But I tell you, Julie, it makes me so thankful somebody like Lori Vallow is glad that I'm not practicing law in Arizona, because the expertise that brought me here this morning might make a judge tap me on the shoulder and pull me back in. So fortunately, she's not eligible for the death penalty. And as the case is charged now, I know a lot of people might be disappointed to hear that, but it's ultimately going to be another life term for Lori Vallow after this case is over.
Okay. Well, no, and I appreciate your honesty, Kirk. And, you know, I mean, you and Jodi, you wrote a book about representing Jodi Arias. You deserve a medal.
I've done my time, Julie.
You did your time, my friend. Yes, you deserve to relax and live your best life without her anywhere in sight. You're such a good man, Kirk Nurmi. Erica Wilson, let me pick your brain, please, my friend. So as a trial attorney, you've done criminal defense work, you do civil work. Tell me, play devil's advocate for me, because the prosecutor in me is feeling like, if I'm in Arizona, I'm going to be looking for how to charge her with first-degree murder, because I'm believing that this was a setup, that she set up her husband to get killed in that house by inviting him over. Her brother's there. She leaves, goes to the Burger King. I think that she's a real mastermind. Tell me, do you think prosecutors could possibly get there?
Absolutely. And so I think we're on the same page with the mastermind. We already knew from the trial with JJ and Kylie that she was behind all of this. But this conspiracy charge that she's now facing will definitely demonstrate that it is her, particularly if you look at all the sequence of events with her brother. It's going to be demonstrated that she likely convinced him to do the murder. It's going to be likely that she convinced Chad. She is the mastermind behind all of this. And so she's going to get a new defense attorney. She's going to have a new set of prosecutors, but it's going to be the same story that they're going to tell from JJ and Tylee's trial. Her defense will lack thereof because they didn't necessarily put up a defense. They're going to have to take a different approach this time. She didn't take the stand the last time. She may have to take the stand this time. I don't know if it'll work in her favor, because when she starts to talk, it's absolute gibberish and she shoots herself in the foot. But they're going to have to take a different approach. But I can guarantee you we will hear the same story, the same backdrop, because it's important for the state to be able to paint the picture, because this is going to be a new set of jurors. It's going to be a new judge. So they're going to have a new bite at the apple. But I think we're going to see that she is definitely the master manipulator behind all of these murders.
Erica, thank you for that. Sonny Slaughter, last but certainly not least, my friend, I've got a clip I want to play for you, because I really want to talk to you about law enforcement arriving at the scene, what they saw. Let's look at what Lori said to police right after Charles is killed.
We just moved in here.
Gotcha. How long have you guys lived here?
I'm sorry?
How long have you lived here?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh, geez. Yeah, okay.
That's why the neighbors don't know us.
Gotcha.
Like, hi, neighbor, sorry.
Are you working at all?
No.
Okay. And you're still about 5'6", 120?
What?
Oh, my. Sonny, your reaction watching this back, knowing what we know now, please.
I was thinking, I hope the officer is really paying attention and taking side notes about her behavior. There's a murder in her home. The reaction is kind of off-putting. She's kind of giggly, not serious, not asking any questions, and kind of flirty in her behavior. So I'm hoping that he is trying to connect the dots, even though he's calm, cool, and he's focused, but he needs to ask more questions. And then once we find out everything, how crazy is her entire behavior?
Oh, I know. She's off the charts, isn't she? She is off the charts. Evil as can be, in my opinion. So shortly after we know the death of Charles, the wonderful man, who had, adopted JJ. Charles also is Kay Woodcock's brother. Remember that. Remember the connection here. After Charles was killed, we know Lori took little Tylee and little JJ to Idaho to try to be closer to Mr. Doomsday, right? Chad Daybell. The rest is history, as we know. In Arizona, there's another charge besides the conspiracy to commit murder of Charles Vallow. But there's also the attempted homicide of her niece's ex-husband, Brandon Boudreaux. Her niece, Melanie, remember, was married to Brandon Boudreaux, and he survived a drive-by shooting. Thankfully, somebody was a real bad shot. And investigators believe that occurred just a few weeks after Tylee and JJ were murdered. Okay, so she's got 2 big legal problems in Arizona, 2 cases to worry about. We wonder, is she actually going to take these to trial? Let's bring our legal eagles back in. I'm going to start in reverse order. Sonny Slaughter, what do you say, please?
I don't think that she wants to take these to trial. I really don't see her saying, let's go forward, let's do this. I just don't see her trying to do that.
Erica Wilson, what do you say, please?
Respectfully disagree. She has a very narcissistic type of personality, and she thinks she's a master manipulator, and she actually believes her lies. There'll be a trial.
Kirk Nurmi, break the tie for us, if you would, please, my friend.
Well, I have to agree. I think she's going to go to trial. There's no difference than the Idaho trial. She wants her moment in the sun. Who knows? Maybe she's going to get up and take the stand this time. We don't know. But she certainly is looking for the trial and the attention to her cause. And she's probably still ready to rise up to Rexburg and save the world.
Yeah, rise up to Rexburg. I know. Oh, my. Yeah, the doomsday believers, right? That came and went, and we'll see what happens. Cameras in Arizona, just saying, we could see it. Maybe this judge will allow them. It was wonderful watching Kirk Nurmi in action, doing a marvelous job with Jodi Arias years ago. Kirk Nurmi, Erica Wilson, Sunny Slaughter, great discussion. Thank you all so much. Erica, we've got to say goodbye to you and let you get off to court, but Kirk and Sunny are going to come with me into our later segment in the show, so we'll see you soon. When we return, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in our body language experts and talk about Dr. Sally Smith. You know, the plaintiffs, the Kowalski family, their attorneys are trying to paint Sally Smith as a monster, as the villain in Maya's story. But is that really true? We saw a whole different side on Thursday. And we're gearing up for another big day of testimony in the dentist mastermind murder trial involving Dr. Charlie Adelson. We'll talk about who won the day on day one. A Wisconsin woman accused of killing her friend with eye drops.
And then defrauding her for over $250,000.
The state believes this defendant has evidenced her capacity to take advantage of at-risk individuals.
Was the victim trying to commit suicide,
or was she murdered for money?
The Eye Drops murder trial. Live coverage today on Court TV.
My understanding was I was being called as the person they all had known for 32 years to be the hospital expert in child abuse and neglect as an active medical staff member, and another active medical staff member was seeking my assistance, advice about what to do about a case where there was concern. This was a scheduled meeting. Everybody knew exactly what was happening. They were all in the room when I got there. Some of these people had already interviewed her as part of their investigation. She probably recognized some of these people. And I introduced myself. I don't quite see how it's possible that she didn't know who I was and what was happening.
Welcome back. This morning, we're shining our opening statement spotlight on the testimony of Dr. Sally Smith. During the plaintiff's case in the Take Care of Maya trial, they painted Dr. Sally Smith as a villain who gave a wrongful diagnosis of Munchausen by proxy and assisted in the mistreatment of Maya and kept the Kowalskis from their daughter. And in her deposition, Dr. Sally Smith came across as, well, unlikable, scowling, combative. This is a look at some of it there. But when she took the stand in the defense's case on Thursday, a very different picture. She appeared a little softer as she answered defense questions. Take a look.
It was my